Hello, welcome to our first video, everything you need to know about Guadalajara. My name is Fer.
And I'm Mitchell, and we started an Airbnb business 1 year ago. We were looking for some videos about Guadalajara if you're planning to come here to have some tips and advices, but we couldn't find any, so we plan to do this one.
Our main goal is that you live the full experience as a local. We are now located in Americana, and it's a place that has a lot to give and visit. If it's the first time you're coming here to Mexico, we're going to give you some basic tips and everything you need to know.
Okay, so let's start with the currency, all right? So we use Mexican peso, as you all know, and right now it's about 20 pesos for each dollar that you use. We advise you to change them before you come here or not in the airport because it's quite more expensive, but there are some areas that you can change it here around in the downtown.
Once you arrive to Mexico, you will notice that if you are from Europe or not into like AT&T, you're gonna have some problems with your cell phone. You can buy a SIM card, or if you just want to use Wi-Fi all the way, there's a lot of places that has Wi-Fi. Here in our apartments we have Wi-Fi and a lot of restaurants have it. If you have AT&T, it's really easy because we have here AT&T as well, so if you're American, you have no problem.
Yeah, we use the same plug, electric plug as America, so if you come from over there won't be any problem. If you come from Europe, you need an adapter, all right? Or any other place in the world.
Moving along to the most important thing we get asked by our guests is safety. How safe is Guadalajara? How safe is Mexico in general? I would say that our city, it's like most big cities. You have to take care of yourself and be aware of your surroundings. But in general, you will feel safe here in Guadalajara. La Americana is a pretty walkable town, so you will feel safe, I think. We feel safe, but we are from here.
Yeah, like here is really a popular place, and there's many tourists. It's really walkable, so in the day you can walk anywhere, you will really feel safe. During the night, like in most places, you just have to take care a little bit more. Where do you hang out? How dark is it where you are planning to walk? So just take care about that. Like in like most of the cities, you have to take care about that. And we could recommend you to use Uber rather than taxi. There's the Uber app in the whole city, so that's one of the main recommendations also.
Climate here in Guadalajara is pretty stable and pretty nice. We have a rainy season that starts from May until November sometimes, and it gets pretty hard rain during June and July. So prepare for that, bring your umbrella, bring some clothes that can help you out. On the winters, there's like really crazy climate because during the day it's really warm, and during the nights it gets pretty chilly, so prepare for that as well.
Yeah, and also, well, transportation. As we told you, you can hang from the airport to the city just two ways, taxis or Ubers. If you ask for Uber, it may take a little bit longer to pick you up, and we can recommend you the taxis from the airport. They're pretty safe, so you can hang on one of those.
Unfortunately, there is no public transportation that will take you here to the city, so those are the two options you have, or you can rent a car. We strongly recommend that you rent a car. We have all the international
companies
Hertz,
here, etc.
Hertz, everything, and it will be easy to transport yourself around the city and also to travel to small towns near Guadalajara, so we strongly recommend you do that as well.
Okay, so places where to stay. Obviously, we're going to recommend you to stay here in the La Americana because there's where we have our Airbnbs. But not just because of that, because it's also the most walkable place in the whole city. The rest of the areas, they are not as walkable. You need either a taxi, Uber, or public transport to hang around. And there are also other areas. And that is, for example, is one of the most residential areas that we can recommend you. Most of the people like to stay there. There's a really big shopping mall that I really recommend you if you're planning to shop. But more than that, there's nothing.
You can stay at downtown that is actually really near from La Americana, and you will have a nice experience, but the traffic is crazy out there. It gets a little bit more dangerous than here in La Americana. And also, if you're coming for travel options because you're coming to an expo, you can stay at the expo, and there's some really nice hotels around there. Or Americas, that is like the financial district of Guadalajara. Those places are the most that we recommend you. Also Providencia, it's a little bit like La Americana, but it's really, things are really far away, so it's not really walkable. But yeah, that's it. If you're wondering how much time you should stay here in Guadalajara to get to know the whole place, we'd strongly recommend you 3 to 4 days. We have guests that stay for over a month or more. They work from home and then they plan to travel on the weekends, because we have really nearby places like the beach, like Tapalpa, like Chapala,
Vallarta, Mazamitla, Manzanillo. Well, one of the most popular places is Tequila, obviously, and the Tequila train. We really recommend you to use that one. It only takes you 1 day to go and come back. It's really fun, and if you like tequila, you're gonna have a pretty wasted train. Nice time, yeah.
My favorite part, food. There are some traditional plates that you must not miss. Of course, tacos, but not everything is tacos. If you're wondering about the traditional part of Guadalajara, we certainly recommend you get a torta ahogada right after the train ride to Tequila, because that's what we eat when we are hangover. Also barbacoa, tamales. Nearby here with apartments, there's a little place called Tamales del Country, and those are really traditional. Those are what the locals eat for tamales.
Yeah, and we're also veggies, so if you're like us, don't worry. There are plenty of options that you can look around in your area, and with plenty of type of food you can have it.
The beautiful thing about this neighborhood is that there are so many varied options of food. There are so many chefs bringing up these really amazing proposals, actually from all over the world, not just Mexicans. So you're gonna have so much fun going out for dinner, going out for lunch, going out for brunch.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do a video just for these type of places, bars, restaurants, and places.
Wait
to
for
have.
it, because this is the foodie town of Guadalajara.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the last but not least, the activities you can do. On Sundays, there's a place or activity called Via Recreativa, where you can just rent a bike, skate, walk, run as you like. And it's on the main street of the whole town, and it goes from downtown to the Minerva, and you can have a pretty good time up there. It's on Sunday, it starts at 8 a.m. and it finishes at 2 p.m. So
also you can bring your dog, because we are pet friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're gonna see a lot of dogs, a bunch of people having a pretty nice time on Sunday. And another thing you can do once you finish your Via Recreativa trip, you can finish up in a tianguis of antiques. That's
yeah,
what we
the
call
antique
it.
market.
Antique
It's a
market.
1 block away from here, and you're gonna find some
Pretty
peculiar
nice things,
Yeah, it's on Sundays also. On the
Yeah,
morning.
you can bring home something from Guadalajara, but not the typical thing that you would take from typical stores.
And well, finally, we can invite you to stay in our Airbnbs. We have more than 10 units here with apartments. Each one of them are pretty different, pretty special. You're gonna have a different experience each time you come one of these units. So we are pretty sure once you come here, you wanna come back.
We're glad that you want to visit Guadalajara. We're in love with our city. So see you soon.
Ciao.